1 year ago today, I posted the Google Pixel 5a review. I got for my 14th birthday, but now I'm 15. It's been a year. I've had a lot of use in this. So, how's the device holding up? If you don't know, I have a new case in this. Now, this is a Rhino Shield case. I wanted to upgrade my case, and I will say, I have dropped this thing, and I'm talking about phone breaking, destroying the screen of your phone. It's destroyed. That level of falls. I've had countless of those falls. I just, it happens. At first I thought, oh, I take care of my tech, but when you get into the real world and the phone is around you and you have to have it, you're going and going, and then it falls, and it just happens. So a lot can happen to a phone over the course of a year. This phone has held up pretty well, but it's not without problems. And I will say this out there, you could give me any phone in the world, any manufacturer, and I'm not joking about this. I will keep this claim. I will find things to not like about this because there is no perfect phone. And I'm not saying perfect by performance wise, I'm saying it's about a lot of different standards, and we'll see about this. But let's start with the pros. The phone actually does have very solid build also, where it's not prone to cracking in the corners of the screen. It's good, it's solid, it's simple, it's very elegant. It's good. So overall, the only thing I would change about the build would have to be not being made in China, obviously. This is more like Android, but I will say that it was very quick, easy to get going. And that wasn't just from the start where I said that in the video, but throughout when it came for me wanting to start using my phone more and more. It was very quick, easy, simple, and that's what I really liked. Everything's simple, it's easy. But that's with a lot of different OSs. It was easy for me to get used to and for me to learn how to optimize it. Now, simple, good photos. You're able to simply do stuff. Now this is a pro and a con. We'll talk about the con of it later. But when it comes to photography, simple, amazing, vivid things where and Google's really pushed that to the limits on their other phone. But even though this doesn't have all the fancy AI tensor stuff, it's still got the software headphone jack. I have to say, big pro right there. If I was using my phone to record this right now, I would be using my better mic, and especially for a connected microphone, it works very well for me because I use my phone to record my videos, and it's powerful enough. In the end, I'm not going to be doing studio level stuff on my phone. I'm not going to need a lot of that fancy stuff. For me, it's powerful enough, so I didn't really need something better, and it's still been powerful enough. But in a few cases, not enough, and we'll talk about that later. Oh, I forgot to say the battery. The battery's a beast. Yeah, if I forgot to say the battery's a beast, it's still been a beast. Lasting 2 days or more than 2 days, because I've used my phone all day crazy, and I'm only at 57%. Yeah. And it charges pretty fast. I still use the charger out of the box. So we'll see if I'm gonna over time if I want to go for a more upgraded charger or if I'll have to stick with that. Cable breaks. So far it's still working pretty good. Well, I'll pull that out and we'll take a look at that. Put it on screen. Charger's still good. Let's get into the cons. So I was talking about the camera before, how it's very simple. There's no pro video or pro photo. Now this is something that's actually in Samsung phones, and I think it's very, very good idea. Or Apple's cinematic mode. Why can't my phone shoot cinematic? Now, of course, this is it's not meant to be a cinematic shooting phone. But if you could have that software, because it exists for other phones, if you could have that, just so I could be able to manually change the settings, just so I could have those options to be able to shoot cinematically, instead of it just being all about being simple and easy. So I would love to be able to get into the complexity of that, to be able to do things manually, to be able to have a more professional software on a less than professional camera, because it just really shows. And well, let's just say 4K 60 does not work well, which is kind of sad when I can't even do 2 minutes of recording in 4K 60, but it says it's 4K 60. More like I can't even do 60 seconds. It's less than 60 seconds I can actually do because my phone overheats. Now, I believe at the start I didn't have this overheating problem as much, but not even just in this. When I'm using my phone a lot, sometimes it just overheats. And it's like through very excessive use, like pushing it to film in 4K 60. So obviously, if it can't film in 4K 60, don't put 4K 60 on the phone. The storage, I ran out of storage. I ran out of storage. Storage is not enough for me. And that's why it's so devastating for me when I look at older phones. When I see them having the micro SD card. And I'm like, yeah, that could have fitted in there. That could have been in there. That would have been nice to add a terabyte of storage to be able to add that. But of course, like, that's what manufacturers have to do. So my perfect phone, of course, would have a micro SD card slot. The fingerprint reader, I love it on the back. Some people like their Face ID, bro. Some people like their under the screen fingerprint. I like this right there. But one thing is, over time, it's gotten like oily. You got these layers. They're forming on here, and sometimes it just like did not recognize. And I'm just, at the start, it would always recognize. It was smooth. Only recently have I actually noticed it not working. Like, I'd say in the recent 4 months, I've actually noticed it. So for the other 8 months, it's been working fine. Like, just like every time it worked. So there is some degradation on there, but overall, phone working good. It's been a year. Let's talk about upgrading. I'm not going to upgrade until there's a phone that would actually be worth it, because I want to get a phone that can be higher tier. I want to be able to save for that. And these are a couple things that I'm looking for in manufacturers. One, not being not made in China, so like being made in America. That's one thing I'm looking for. Being able to be expandable, being able to meet my standards, my use case, and there is no perfect phone yet for my standards. But is it possible with the technology we have? Yes. So that was my take on my Google Pixel 5a. Make sure to like and subscribe for more. Because every product I review, I have to do a 1 year review on. If I'm still using this thing in 4 years, we'll get the 5-year update, guys. But that's just about it. I'm leaving now. God bless.
Over the top for real. Price won't drop for real. Over the top for real.